It's time again, and your weekend's confirmed. So sit back and enjoy yourself, cause your weekend's been confirmed. Oh yeah, it's time again, and your weekend's confirmed.
Is the most important part, I think.
Okay.
Overall.
Well, maybe I'll read the next two. Because I did because what happened was I'm like going along, I was really out of momentum. Like, God, this book is so bad. And then he hits the part where his daughter helps him figure out the numbers are Bible verses.
Right.
And it's like someone flipped a switch and turned the book on.
Well, even then...
Before that, it was fine.
I don't know. I just had a problem with like the parts where he would be getting shot at, but we'd be hearing about that later. Like, he's like, you're not going to believe what happened to me earlier. I got shot at. And it's like, well...
That was all described.
That was all, yeah.
First person as
that
it
was
was
all
happening.
described first person.
I feel like...
He talks about it later, but...
I feel like there were moments... I mean, I don't...
Maybe some
remember.
pages got stuck together. And he just,
No, there were moments where it was like, well, this was some crazy stuff that happened. He's okay now, don't worry. He's okay. But this is crazy
Did you read
stuff.
a weird translation? Because it's all first person from his perspective, except the chapters that are her.
Yeah.
It's either him or her, always. There's no third person.
I read... The entire book was third person.
No. I don't know what you read, but it's all from either his point of view directly or her point of view.
Dude, that's really weird. You may have really... Like, it's entirely told from his perspective.
Yeah.
It's all Kalle Blomqvist. He's like the...
It's not... you might be... So it's not first person in that he's like, I think this thing, but it's his perspective.
Yeah.
But
you
it's
guys
all,
just freaked me out a little bit.
it's all in the present. It's not like
Yeah, but
talking about things in the past.
No, there's stuff that it freaked me out there for a second. You said first person, like it's I did this and I did that. No, it's not first person that way. But
it's first person.
But there are definitely moments where it goes.
Where he tries to...
He's safe,
things.
okay. He's safe, okay, and what happened. He was in danger earlier, and he's safe now. And we're hearing about, like, she woke later, having done this, and this is what she did. And then it goes back and talks about her, like,
I don't
getting in that situation. Like,
I remember that.
When she gets in that situation with, the dude that was her caregiver.
Yeah.
And which is awesome. What she does to him is
the
awesome.
Part about her guardian. Yeah, so that
is later.
But she's telling that as a flashback sort of memory thing.
Exactly. But if we had been in that situation and like, oh my God, is she going to be killed?
But
we
here's
don't
the thing
know
is that didn't take place in the timeline. I didn't think that took place in the same timeline as the story.
It was sort of concurrent, but she's in and out of being involved with.
Yeah, you're not really
case.
sure.
But
anyway, it's a decent book. I just don't get. I don't get the. Well, yeah. But I mean, I've read.
It's overhyped for sure. It
definitely
does not
overhyped.
live up to its hype, but it's a good book.
It's okay. It's okay.
My problem
it's decent.
My problem really was the crooked plot line. I mean, the crooked way it was like so flat for so long, and then all of a sudden hit that spot and was like, oh, now we're going to take off and tell a thriller.
Yeah, it's so clinical and like.
Which goes back to I wonder
sterile.
if it's because of the translation.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But you guys freaked me out when they said it was all
it's all first person.
It's not first person.
It's all first person. He runs around, there's the iron sights.
Yeah, I remember the iron sights.
You remember the iron sights?
Yeah.
There's like virtual tattoo on her arm when she does, when you're in her character. It's awesome.
It's got move support, it's weird.
It's very strange.
It's very odd.
Alright. What do we have on the show today? Hold on, I have to... It's kind of weird working here. I don't like have all my stuff in front of me. Although, like I said, I still feel like we should be singing some sort of a cappella, I don't know, something. That or... I can move this. Really? The music stand moves? But where am I going to put it? Over there. Now
I do think we're like.
Now I have a flashback of like Garrison Keillor or something.
We're like a Bobby McFerrin group.
Companion is brought to you by somebody's biscuit.
Terrible Garrison Keillor impression. We're like Bobby McFerrin's group though. We're like. That's right. That's what he does, right? It's awesome. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. So 3 weeks to Christmas. We now finally have the details on the Smog Castle show, which we will direct people to in the open and in the close, which is just basically as easy. You go to the thread on Shacker. It's in Chatty also. We have We have a cool song from a guy who actually submitted his request in last week's show thread, which I thought was just kind of cool that he just like hopped in there and was like, check this out. So that was cool. And then we have games. So games, the two biggies are Epic Mickey, which you guys should just unreel as much as you want to on. Although I haven't played it yet.
Do you hate games?
I love games. I love loving things.
I've heard that about you.
I love loving things.
It's a pretty tall order on this one.
It's all right. I'm good. I'm a lover. You know what it says? It says Garnet is for lovers. Or something.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, I have a T-shirt.
I don't know what it is, but that's what.
I was thinking about my T-shirt. I was thinking about those T-shirts. You know, like say insert name of state here, where it's like Connecticut is for lovers.
I thought it said
Ohio is for lovers.
I thought it said don't mess with Garnet.
Nah, it says Garnet is for lovers. So we got that, and then Gran Turismo 5, which I have.
I thought it said Garnet, the orange state.
The orange state? What the hell's the orange state?
Isn't it Florida?
I thought you were talking about red and blue. I was like, orange. I've heard purple. I heard orange. However, if they're purple states, orange would be the opposite of the color wheel, so it'd be the complementary. Okay. It is. I mean, just saying, little color theory for you. So anyway, I got Gran Turismo 5. I have golded all of my B tests. I've done a bunch of races, and I have a fair amount to say about that game.
About Shift 2, can you talk about it?
Yeah, Shift 2 we can totally talk about. Yeah, Shift 2 I had a lot of fun with at the event, although it still has a lot of things they need to work on, but like they were really nice. They talked to me for a long time, so hopefully they'll be able to put some of that stuff in there. So that's games. We have it looks like no Canada Ford.
Nothing's gonna stack up to Black Friday deals.
So we'll table Canada Ford for this week because we just didn't do it. I mean, how sue us.
Oh,
maybe we should. Maybe
is
really
that Deus Ex thing just today, so it'll be outdated by the time people hear this?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I got a bunch of Twitters that we can refer to people.
I think we should actually maybe convert Canada Ford over to like a suggested, and then like we filter it with what we like. I mean, it was cool. I don't know. I kind of lost some of the thing too. Like I liked the idea for a while there of it being like reflective of what we liked that were classics.
I think
but
that's
then
what it
not,
should be.
That's
not
not
just
Ford.
deals. Yeah, but I mean, the idea was always like I can't afford a new game, so let's go look at an old game that you could probably pick up for cheap. You know, not like a specific deal that you need to reference, but just an older game that's not the newest thing on the shelf.
Canada Classics.
Okay.
Canada Miss.
That flows.
Doesn't need to be a Canada thing. It can just be, But I mean, the original idea was just sort of like an older game.
Yeah. Which I like that idea better.
Probably going to be $60.
We got kind of hung up in the deals thing.
I agree.
So maybe we should sort of back the fuck off on that because
should back the fuck off.
I don't know that it's the biggest. That's not the hook, right? The hook is that people like to hear what we like.
It's like
All right, so yeah. Oh, and I started playing Dead Nation, and you got Dead Nation. So,
I have not played it yet.
But you haven't played it yet, so like I'm gonna give like a little thumbnail of it at first, and then we can talk about. Will we play some co-op?
I would love that.
I would love that too. Slaying zombies. So that's open and B, and then in listener response we have the Modern Warfare 3 thing, which is about half of the segment. So we talk about like what we want out of it, what we hope for, some of the stuff people talked about, and then we have a scary like reality check on how mainstream our hobby really is from a couple of teachers, one in high school, one in college.
Wow.
That their comments just kind of scared me. We also had some more conversation on the competitive juices and whether or not they make your games fun or obsessive. And then games that people bring out at Christmas. And then news, which I pulled and Brian's going to do, but like there's some actually there's not much, but there's some interesting stuff like Crytek working on a free-to-play shooter for Asia, which we'll probably never see. The post-Black Friday foo over motion control sales. Nagoshi making a weird binary domain shooter. Did you see this thing, Joe?
Yeah, I did.
Like, did you watch the video?
I didn't.
It's the longest announcement trailer video I think I've ever seen. It's like 4 and something minutes. It's like It goes on. Did you watch it all? It's crazy long.
I don't care for his games, so.
You don't like Yakuza?
Nope. We've been over this.
And then football. This week we have all rivalries.
Ooh.
Skins +7 at the Giants. It's a hard one to pick because the Skins are really beat up.
And the Giants is like, what team are they? Are they the good team
exactly.
or the bad team?
And then Steelers at the Ravens. Steelers getting points at the Ravens because that's the whole home and away thing. and the Jets at the Patriots.
Interesting.
Two huge AFC matchups and an NFC rivalry that's in a division that's like sort of a mess. There you go.
All right.
That's the big show, folks. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Ready in the booth? Yay! Have a great show.
You too. You too, Brian.
Weekends confirmed.